Okay. Hello. I don't know if anyone can see this, or if this is even recording or broadcasting, because I was about to go live, I got a message that says one or more of your streams is having trouble connecting. So if there's anybody out there, please let me know. Oh, I see somebody already. Yay! Thank you, Stan, for letting me know that someone can see this. And what's in the box? Yes. Well, I'm fairly certain to know what's in the box. And I'm hoping that it is three graphic novels by this fellow here who did this comic, Madame Tarantula. Mike Hoffman is his name. I first encountered him via this very comic book, actually, in the early 2000s. It is a kind of a weird science fiction thing set in a far future where the Wild West is overrun by robots and radiated prospectors. So, and hey, Carrie. And I had, also over the years, I've picked up a couple of art books by him. There's the back covers of those things. I was actually going to set up, because I have a bunch of his art over at the Shades of Grey blog as well. I was going to set up, get some of those pages opened up and kind of show off some of that as well. But ran out of time, and then I got that weird message about the stream not working, and had to deal with that. So I'm going to go straight to opening the box. So here is the box. It's more of an envelope this time. It showed up in my mailbox. I'm pretty sure it's from a Kickstarter that is a trio of collections of Hoffman's comics, including Madame Tarantula backup story, which Tigress, another science fiction thing, and something I had not heard of called Olivia, some sort of I don't know, Frankenstein-esque sort of thing. But let's see what's in the box. There we go. If I remember how to work things. It was a nutty day at work, so let's see. There we go. We cut that open. Guess we'll try to do this so people can see what's going on. There's cardboard in here. And, oh, yep, I guessed correctly. It is 3 Hoffman books, Tigra, the collection. Tigra was a series about humans going to this alien planet and encountering a humanoid female that's part tiger, part human. Not true that is on the cover, but the robot shows up in some of the stories. And apparently there's a second Tigra book. Tiki Island Vacation, featuring an illustrated graphic novel, Mike Hoffman's Tigress's Island Vacation. So you've got, so there's just a random page, open the book on. You can see Hoffman has a style that's reminiscent of Frank Frazetta. I don't know if he likes that comparison or not, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. And let's see. So just another random page there. There's robots and Tigra fighting something with a shovel. But a little extra I kicked in the Kickstarter for the editions that I got. Oh, and he's got some text about the origin of where Tigress came from. So reading material in here as well. But I paid a little extra to get little sketches in the books. So there's a sketch of Tigra on the last page there. So that's another sample of Hoffman's art. We'll have to probably scan that, put it on the blog just because. Also in the book, in the box, is this one. This is a complete X factor to me. Yeah, I haven't looked at the binding yet. I will be doing that in a second here. That's usually what I do when I'm also doing these unboxings. But they are printed here in the States, which is something that's unusual a lot of times. Middletown, Delaware, actually, is where the printer that did these is located, according to the information in the books. So yeah, this is Octavia. There's no back cover copy, so I have no idea what this is, other than as I said, it was. I just something that I never really thought of before. Okay, yeah. So the Tigra stuff, it's kind of hand lettered, which is frankly the style that I prefer. But the Octavia book, is machine lettered, very much like you would see in early '60s Charlton comics or mid '50s, late '50s horror titles, anthology titles, and I suspect that actually is what is probably what he's going for with this this Octavia book, because I'm flipping through it and I'm seeing science fiction. I'm seeing kind of mad science stuff here. Here we have our heroine in a and someday I'll learn how to hold things up with the camera, right? Have our heroine in a Frankenstein kind of lab. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can never figure. There we go. That's the right direction I'm moving in. So there they are doing some sort of mad science Frankenstein thing. And the very first page of this actually has, on this day, December 5th, 1478, the Marquesa Octavia de Sinestra was sentenced for the crimes of witchcraft. So the beginning of the story is 600 years or so in the past, or more even. And our heroine is being executed. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I do not know this this series. So for all I know, it's new to this Kickstarter. I just don't know. And yeah, I was surprised that these came as quickly as they did. And in fact, they even have a printing date in here. These were printed January 29, 2023 in Middleton, Delaware. And I got them Saturday, probably is where they're in my box, because I noticed them yesterday. And there is then the sketch of Octavia in the book, on the back, inside back cover. And Mark Schultz and Al Williamson. Yes, Al Williamson as well. But I mean, look at that right there. I mean, if that doesn't scream, that guy right there doesn't scream Frazetta, I don't know what might. But the binding on these books, cute kitty cat. Where? Oh, one of them's wandered behind me. The binding on the books looks fine. The printing, I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful solid blacks on the printing here on these pin-up pages that are in the back of the book. If I'm moving them in the right direction, which I probably am not. But again, yeah, these are fabulous looking books. And then what for me is was the main attraction of this Kickstarter. This Madame Tarantula's Future West, because I read that first comic book that I showed you, loved it, Uh, Came across another one a couple of years later. Well, let me see if I'm misremembering. No, this was the one. This one had nothing but tarantula stories in it. Then I came across another issue that was part of a series. I only ever got the first one. Kind of fell out of reading comics for a while there because for financial reasons more than anything, and time actually, but a lot of financial reasons. And I got one issue of a series he was doing. The backup was Tigress. The main story was Mount Tarantula, and it felt like it was kind of on a cliffhanger, and I never did really know where it went. So this, to me, is very exciting because this character from the first time I saw that first issue, has fascinated me. The setting has fascinated me. I just think it's the sort of spaghetti western coupled with robots and a little bit of horror thrown in, just seemed very very appealing to me. Um, and yeah, this is just a bit of the heroine's origin here, um, which was not in the first issue, but did show up in that later series. That, or maybe I was reading them out of order. I don't really know. But like I said, this is a western with robots, and there's Tarantula shooting a robot. Can't tell you why because I haven't read it. But oh, okay. Again, flipping through it, and I probably shouldn't be doing that because now I'm wondering what. There she is on some sort of trial by robots. God damn it! Someday I'll figure out how to do this. But yeah, there's our heroine locked up because you did something to the robots, I guess. But what I said ooh to was in the back. There is source material, sort of. I mean, what I would refer to as source material. Hey, Kelly, thanks for dropping in. And so, yeah, we've got the major characters from the book. I recognize a couple of these from some of the stories I read. More source material. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, God, maybe I need to. Oh, we even have a monster manual in the book. We got mutated humans. We got cyborgs. We have killer fauna or of various kinds, or flora rather, killer flora of various kinds. And we even have weird tech that are featured in the stories in this little source material here in the back. And Stan basically went where I was going. And minor bots and disposabots, and that's what I was thinking. I was thinking set him up, and part of my mind went, maybe I need to email Hoffman and say, hey, do you want to do something semi-official with this? Can you I guarantee you we'll sell dozens of copies because that's about what my game company sells. But yeah, here's then the sketch in the back of Madame Tarantula. So yeah, and again we got a solid binding here. So yeah, and again, nice clear printing, nice heavy paper stock actually as well. and I'm using the wrong hand. Um, these are, yeah, I would, I'm going to assume that he will be, will have these for sale somewhere else as well, that they weren't just available to the Kickstarter. I could be wrong on that. I put some links already below this video. Perhaps his YouTube channel has other links on it. Again, as usual, this is all kind of half baked, and uh, yeah. So more comics that I need to read. And this, as I said, this was my main attraction because Madame Tarantula I have liked since 22 years ago when I first came across this issue here. Um, but yeah, where did I put the other ones? Oh, over here. So the order I'm probably going to read these in are Madame Tarantula, because this is the one. You mean the things, the little critters from the Monster Manual? I don't know. I have to ask Hoffman about that. And as I said, there's a link down below to his YouTube channel. There might be an email on there, and I have to go look at that once I'm done reading. And I will be statting those up, Stan. I can guarantee it because I'm a big huge fan of this. Have been for many years. And since he already did the source book, I might as well just do the game stats, even if it doesn't go anywhere but on my blog. And so yes, this one will definitely be read first. And Octavia second, just because I have no idea what this is. No idea. Until I saw the Kickstarter, didn't even know this property existed. And then I will get to Tigress. I was underwhelmed by it when I was reading it as the backup in the Madame Tarantula. I think that's where it was, or maybe it was a standalone issue. I don't remember. I don't have it anymore where I got it from. And as far as the characters for 3D printing, I don't know. I just don't know enough about about 3D printing, or really even what Hoffman might have available out there. But yeah, might be some more information if you go to his YouTube channel and see what might be on there. Or he may have a website out there. I need to do a little more research. And hey, Dan, welcome. So that is basically all I really had tonight. Just wanted to wanted to open the box and see what was inside, and pretty much is what I thought. To a large extent because it stated on the front that it was from Mike Hoffman, and I could see no reason why he would be sending me a package except to fill the Kickstarter, even if it came a lot sooner than I had anticipated. Because I think I kicked in money at the end of January, the last maybe or maybe it was even after that. It was very short time ago. And yes, the evil Welshman had to bring this up, didn't he? Yes, it is haircut day. I may even get it done tomorrow morning. Actually, that's what looks like it's going to be the situation. And if not tomorrow morning, then Wednesday morning. But right now, it's looking like tomorrow morning. If for no other reason, because my primary partner at work will be off for a few days, and she wanted to see the fresh haircut. So I promised I would do everything I could to get it done tomorrow. But all that said, I have some more reading material to get through, and then I will have some light design work to do because, like Stan said, I should stat up those critters and those characters. Like I said, whether it ends up anything real or not, it'll definitely be on the blog. And, oh, you know what? This is something I've been looking at, wondering what that does. Ah, that's what that does. Okay, now I know. I'll have to do that next time I'm doing this, see how that ends up looking. Should have done. Spent an. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, certainly. I understand that they are very popular in some circles. I don't know whether mine are very popular. I don't. I you guys show up, which I appreciate. Um, but yeah, I'll also see if these are available somewhere else. I think actually I think he called the Kickstarter Trinity for obvious reasons because there's three really nice books, and actually they do all have ISBNs on the back. So to me, that implies that they are actually intended. They are intended for sale outside of the Kickstarter. All right, I'm seeing a conversation that's going to get you people banned. No, no pink and green. I think I missed part of this conversation as I was playing with my beautiful new books. Let me scroll up and see. No, I don't see any talk about my hair being pink and green. No, no. Yep. If anything, I'll end up looking like punk rock Santa or something for a few weeks. Um, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Uh, so that's basically it. Um, let's see. I guess if someone has any comics questions or comics thoughts, we can talk a little bit about comic books for 5 or so minutes. All right, so I got a black hat. I've got a light blue shirt. I got a black jacket. I got white beard, white hair. Kind of. Well, the skin looks pasty in this light, but do I look like a guy who wants color in his life? I mean, look at my surroundings as well. Browns and beiges. Nope, no color necessary. Uh-uh. My car is red. That's as much color as I need. And look at the comics that I read. Does that look like I need somebody that wants or needs color? Uh, Look, old comics from like when I was going to San Diego Comic Con, and uh, Phil Yao or someone gave me a stack of this Winged Tiger comics. Um, Look, black and white. It's all black and white. Yeah. Sprocket has a question, and it doesn't relate to color. No. Get a nice tortoiseshell pattern. No. uh, it's bad enough that I got myself in this mess. No, a great idea was doing game stats for the Madame Tarantula characters and creatures. A bad idea is that there's a difference. There is a difference. And I need color for contrast. Um, I will give the suggestion all consideration is due. How about that? Yeah, it's only hair, but I do need to function in the world and in offices and around people. Um, yeah. From what I remember talking to him, he did seem he seemed very nice. And it's been so long that I don't remember whether it was his wife or assistant, whoever that was with him. But yeah, we chatted. Uh, just gave me a stack of autographed comics afterwards. As like you can see here that he autographed it. Um, and I can't remember whether it was at the main San Diego Con or whether it was at that little tiny one they did during the off season for a couple of years. It was probably actually there where we were chatting because Bat and Lash was there. That's the only other one I remember was him and Bat and Lash because we just sat around and gabbed a lot. And paper bag for work, okay, yeah. Um, they might not notice. That is a good point. Zebra stripes. Well, okay, that could be a good middle ground. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Bat and Lash. That was sad. That was very sad. It's another one of those where I'm looking at my Facebook friend list and the birthday notification pops up and I go, uh, should I just keep the friend connection going here, or do I just kind of unfriend and so if I get senile and forget, I don't accidentally wish him happy birthday, which would be super embarrassing. But yeah, Batten was a great guy. Because I didn't really get to know Phil Ye, so uh, but those Flying Tiger comics are extremely cute, and more people that are trying to do educational material should read those and take a good look at them because the way he approaches trying to do geography and history and mythology using those characters is actually pretty clever and just well done. At least from an adult's perspective. I don't know because I'm not a little kid. I couldn't tell you. Um, but yeah. So yes, I'll have to do a little bit more checking into what Mike Hoffman has to offer, and maybe add a comment or two on this stream when I figure it out, or if someone else beats me to it. If there's something at the links, and over on his YouTube channel, or heck, for all I know, it's right there in one of the videos. Because I just kind of looked up the channel today when I was setting up this little. Am not. Take that back. I'll hold my breath till I pass out. Ah. Hello, Nemo. Hope you're doing well. Uh, actually, wait. Now I'm getting. All right. Pardon me while I get distracted for a moment. Chat amongst yourselves. Uh, assuming I'm still even broadcasting, but let me look at this. Let me look at something here. Okay, it looks like it's working despite the messages I'm getting. Uh, all right, well, let's see here. Yeah, no, it seems like everything's working. All right. Thank you, Stan. And thanks for coming out. And no, there will be no hair dyeing. Hair cutting, but no hair dyeing. And yes, they're not, and they're also not dolls. They're action figures. But since you guys are talking about abusing my hair even more than it's already going to be abused, I think it's time to end this stream. Uh, um, and yeah, if I learn something about 3D printing characters from Hoffman, or whether those books are available for sale somewhere, I will update with the note at the bottom of this video. And whatever whatever this plan that's being hatched that I've missed, I'm pretty sure it's not a good one. Um, well, you guys are. I'm starting to be scared. I'm starting to feel like I need to go arm myself, or at least go lock the windows and doors in case you figured out where you can find me. No, it's a terrible plan. And was it was it Kelly? Somebody was asking about uh, whether characters and things from this book here were available uh, as 3D printing models. And I know actually I know nothing about 3D printing. I know it exists. I know people can do it, and they do miniatures using this. I know that if you watch FBI or Law and Order or other crime shows, that you can print guns on 3D printers. Uh, at least on TV. I don't know whether you can in real life or not. But they were curious whether these creatures from this book can whether there's 3D models to print, and I don't know. Uh, no, there was no contract. There was no contract for color. And hey, that's actually that is a good. Okay, I like this because I'm still waiting for my personalized lawsuit from Chilito, and so maybe that's how I get it. So yeah, no color. Have him sue me. Have his people call my people, and we'll work, and we'll see who comes out ahead. um, is it expensive to use 3D printers? And I imagine the plastic must. I mean, they use plastic, some sort of plastic, and I imagine those that must cost. But like I said, I know nothing. Anything you say tonight will be uh, news to me from my very limited knowledge of. I think it was, yeah. So Kelly was asking about the 3D models for Madame Tarantula. I guess you are welcome to come to my house. Just don't bring any hair dye. Although I don't know you would find it. The only people that seem to be able to find my place is Amazon and well, not even the postal service sometimes, but Amazon can find my place. Domino's Pizza some of the time, but no one else seems to be able to find out where I live. I have to go to the street, go down, go down the drive, go down to the street to make sure that people can find. I can have to guide people in. So I don't know where you could find my place. And if you're bringing hair dye, I might not be inclined to show you where I live. So there, 3D printer for Christmas. They're, I mean, they are very expensive, right? So your wife must like you very much, or she doesn't want you spending all your money on miniatures. Um, you guys going to be driving in circles around my house and never find it because of this exchange right here. Yeah, I mean that is true. Yeah, just call them up when I'm out of the house, and they will undoubtedly cooperate with you. Um, especially especially Zoe. Um, ah, wife wants you to print minis for her. Okay. Still, um, if you're heavily into minis, I think the investment was probably the Christmas present would be one that would it keeps giving, and it probably also makes the bank account healthier in the long run. And hey, ZXL, you missed people. Guaranteeing that I'm never going to tell them how to get to my house because they're going to be bringing hair dye. You missed beautiful books. Talking about beautiful books that I just acquired. If I can figure out how to hold them right. Three of them, and here's the third one. And that's really it. Pretty much. Yeah. So what kind of minis? Um, we talking like 41K armies, D&D kind of minis. Now I'm curious because caught some stray headlines about was it Games Workshop that was upset about people doing 3D printing? Um, and miniatures are one of the many things that I've not ever really gotten into. Uh, I know about them. I mean, how can you not? If you're a traditional role playing game of any stripe, you know about minis. Yeah, you people. Ah, D&D minis is what she's wanting. Okay, very cool. Does she paint them as well? Okay, now I brought up colors and dyes. That was not very smart. I was trying to change the topic, and look what I just did. Um, Now, see, the Death Star is a perfect thing to print because you don't have to paint it. You just get plastic, and oh, you're done. But that's actually big. Wow. So, how many sections did you have to print that in? That Death Star. Uh huh. Yeah. Sure. Uh huh. You know what? I think you guys convinced me. I think I'm going to kind of dye my hair. What sort of a gunmetal gray? Yeah. Yeah. Sort of a gray with some white in there. I think that would be a good color, don't you think? Yeah. Okay. That's what I'll do. Yeah. All right. You win. No. Oh, yeah. That is yes. That's horrible. Arthritis is not fun. I have a good friend who is having uh, increasing difficulty because of arthritis, and my mother, yeah, my mother lost pretty much use of her hands toward the end of her life because of arthritis. Hope it doesn't get that bad for you. That would suck. But yeah, that's the problem with all of us getting so damn old. Somebody needs to invent like youth serum soon. That also turns back the clock. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. I think the youngest person in my gaming circle now is, I think she's 35. 35. Yeah. Actually, no, she's a little older than that. Probably 35, or 38, 39, something like that, pushing 40. Um, so it's good that someone is being able to bring in the younger generation into gaming, because uh, the people I know who have kids, their kids are doing computer games. They're not doing real games. Real games. Oh, nice. That's a good hobby, actually, that people can do together. Ah, yeah. I can't even begin to imagine. Um, well, I can a little bit. I have again. My mother had it bad, and so I've got a little bit of it. And when the weather is in certain ways, I can feel it here, and in all these injuries I didn't let heal when I was young and stupid. Didn't let fully heal when I was young and stupid. Um, Shoulder, joints, leg. Yeah, my left side basically took all the punishment when I was a kid, and in my 20s. Been working on a 160th Saturn. Oh, okay. Well, it's a big model, so yeah, that would, yeah, sure, that's reasonable. It's it's big, large effort. Yeah. Oh, good for them. They are uh, people of rarefied taste and great intellect, and it shows right there that with what they're doing. Well, that's even better. I mean, they're and actually, now that you are mentioning that, I was exaggerating slightly. There actually is a friend of mine whose son is playing D&D with his friends, and one of his daughters wanted to play D and get my friend to run D&D for her and her husband and a couple of their friends to get them into it. And they had never really played before, so and they're in their 20s. I mean, they're not 18, 19, but they're in their mid to late 20s. So there are some, but in my personal circle, the youngest one, as I said, is late 30s. So yeah, my group has turned into a nothing but old grognards, as they say. And you're 27 minutes been a while. You played back in the day, yeah, yeah. A lot of people grew up, left the toys behind. Um, I never did, like I said on some other stream. Uh, at the crossroads where I could have left it all behind, instead I turned it into my profession. Staying healthy as you age. Well, that would make sure that I don't send happy birthdays to the Facebook friends who have passed away. Uh, if I follow whatever steps are in that article, so I shall certainly, sure, I shall certainly read that article and take all of its lessons to heart. Oh, what's this? We should 3D print hairstyle stencil. um, well, if I agree to that, then it'll give me a few more days reprieve. You got to send it from, let's see, Kelly. Are you in Australia as well, or that's just Carrie? Because sending it from Australia is going to take a few days as well, which would put us probably past the 25th. And if we go past the 25th, I won't have to go to my public signing event with this goofy haircut. So, all right, yes, get the stencil. Go ahead, guys. I like this idea. Yeah, yeah. Direct to Die was that was a nice period at the end of second edition. Um, Even though I have to admit, I when I was writing that or working on that product, I was part of me was a little was well actually everything I no that's not true, but everything I did that year was all about turning out the lights on product lines. And I really thought that Vecna, the chapter in Vecna's Citadel, was going to be the last time that I would, be doing anything that was even vaguely Ravenloft related, um, because I had the distinct impression from everything that was being said that Ravenloft would not be continuing on in third edition. In fact, the settings were going to be left behind for the most part. Greyhawk was going to be baked into the third edition, which, if you remember, in the player's handbook, it was actually. Um, but then they started licensing out the worlds, and I got to go back to my favorite home, which was Ravenloft. And okay, yeah, you're in Nevada. Yeah, I know, but you're going to be bringing hair dye, so I'm not gonna tell you where I live. So yeah, although we could meet at a previously agreed upon location and do a handoff. But yeah, Direct and I. I actually think Bruce Cordell's sections were better than mine, but for me it was a lot of fun just riding a big giant building full of rooms with characters in them, or I guess some of those levels were kind of randomly generated, but there's enough in there that I seem to recall. Uh, but yeah, Bruce Cordell wrote the Greyhawk part, the Planescape part, and I did the Vecna part in the middle, or the Ravenloft, the Vecna's domain part in the middle, and I think a tiny bit in the Greyhawk part. All right, you people need to stop. You're going to make me go into hiding. I have, I can call people and, uh, uh, you know, try to go into witness protection or something. I must protect my hair from these people. I want to color it. I want to put 3D printing templates on it. Okay, so I think now that the voice is starting to go out, I need to start calling it. And Carrie, being the adult in the room, she's also saying that it's time to go off. So yeah, see you next time, Carrie. Thank you for dropping by. And yes, Nemo, I think that was actually a pretty slick role playing game. Um, I I personally, well, no, actually, I like this. I do like second edition, but when it comes to playing, I actually pull up another book tonight. This is my all time favorite D&D edition right here. Love it very much. We probably will get back to running it again at some point when our current uh, Agents of Shield homebrew game, the DM gets too busy or gets shipped off to some other uh, thing with the military. Then we'll pick up the Mystara campaign again. And when it comes to designing, I love doing Ravenloft. I enjoyed the Birthright stuff that I did, but I really enjoy designing for the D20 system. I just love the modularity of it. Um, so, but yeah, second edition. I cannot say bad things about second edition. I liked second edition. I never did play first edition, so I mean, I went straight from the D&D game to second edition, and only because when second edition came out, some friends of mine who were gamers invited me to play with them and said, "Hey, there's a new edition of D&D, and we're getting the player's handbook, and he's getting the Dungeon Master's Guide. And do you want to join us?" And yeah, okay, sure. I'd actually been playing Star Frontiers and Top Secret S. No, I don't know if I'd played Top Secret SI yet or not at that point, but other games than TSR games, and then Star Frontiers. Star Frontiers had been my go-to game. Ah, see, I don't want to, don't want to give you brigands too much information, but that is a misinterpretation. I have never actually said I'm in California. In fact, I've said the opposite, but oh my gosh, you people. All right. But yeah, I am gonna have to wrap this up. Nemo, thank you for popping in. Hopefully, uh, you'll be able to swing by again, and we'll have a little more gaming chat. Because I need to do some more another or something that's straight up role playing game related at some point. Oh, and if you did see Stan and I, the joint stream Stan and I did. we're going to be doing another one of those. We just need to figure out a date when we're both, able to hook up same time, same place for a couple hours, or same time rather. Doesn't have to be the same place. But next time will be the 25th, where we're both going to be down at Page Turner Books in Kent, Washington, which is within driving distance of where I live. So, yep, I just kind of gave it away. Not in California. Cool, cool. Um, but on that note, again, thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it, guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time. And yeah, probably the next video that come up here will be me getting a haircut. I will ask the haircut person, stylist, barber, whatever she's called, whether I can tape it. And if I can tape it, then you'll get to see the haircut taking shape. If not, then I'll just be popping on here and showing off my beautiful constitutional law scholar haircut. And on that note, thank you again, people, and got to call it a night here. And I'm going to click the button